Don't mind me. I'm just sitting here moving the microphone arm everywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Hope that you are feeling good, having a wonderful day out there, and just relaxing, chillaxing. Are the kids still saying that? Today we're going to listen to this band Baka Beyond. We're listening to this track Spirit of the Forest, which is the first track off of their album Spirit of the Forest, which was released in 1993. We're listening to this because it was requested by Joe and sponsored by Joe. So thank you so much for the suggestion and for the support. I've never heard of Baka Beyond, but we're going to listen to them today. I'm excited to dive into them. You sent an email as well and said that they are a collaboration of British and Cameroon musicians from the 1990s. So I'm really excited to dive into it. I love when we get to listen to a band, especially or an artist that I've never heard of, don't know a thing about them, just completely off of my radar. Love that. So happy to go ahead and dive into a little bit from the Beyond. Let's go ahead and give them a listen. We will discuss them after. Let me pull up the music. Here we go. Quietly majestic. I love that faint vocal chant in the back. Not even chant. A call. That's a better way to describe it. There's a hint of jazziness to it as well. I just love the galloping percussion that's constantly happening back there, like a river of sorts. I love how it keeps coming back to this. I guess that is the spirit of the forest in a sense. And right back to the forest. The spirit of the forest to me sounds like a celebration of life, a celebration of nature, and just all things contained within it, whether it's us, animals, insects, the birds, the plants, the trees. It just feels to me like a very natural celebration of everything. You know, the spirit of the forest, of course, begins and ends with just the sounds of ambience there before the drums, the percussion begin to come in and really set a nice driving and yet calm and kind of collected momentum for the guitar to play over, eventually the violin to come on top of, and the bass, and like all of it all comes together really nicely there to perform what I think is really just a cool sound painting. Because this is a track where there's not like really any changes. There's not really any out there changes or, you know, progressions or anything. The music kind of stays into a certain lane. It doesn't really deviate out of those lines. But at the same time, like, it creates this really nice atmosphere and ambience within this ensemble of musicians that to me sounds like a sound painting, like you're just there and you just admire it, all the details, all the strings, and et cetera, et cetera. And you guys can't see it. Let me see if I can pull this up here really quick, because when I'm listening to the music on Spotify, sometimes it shows either, you know, the band members or different arts and things like that. But it doesn't show, obviously, it wouldn't show on screen because I'm using the app for Spotify. I just want to see if I can pull it up what I see. You can kind of see them. Let me pull you guys up here real quick. You can kind of see them here. It's still not the full picture what I see on my end. You can kind of get a better idea here. Like, it just looks like they're celebrating on stage, just enjoying the music. I mean, here it says, right? Blending African and Celtic music into an electrifying mix that got everyone dancing. And it sounds like that, right? It sounds like just this bringing together of humans and bringing together and connecting with one another and just enjoying the music from there on. The musicians, let me use some names here as we speak of them. So also, I really love that wailing in the back, that call, as I said, which I guess, all right, so it's called Spirit of the Forest. You could take that in two ways. One, a literal spirit in the forest, which the lady does sound like when she's calling with that very catchy cry that she has. And I see here that that's credited with an unidentified Baka woman deep in the forest. That's what it says. So I guess perhaps she wasn't credited exactly with like a name, just an unidentified name or woman in the forest there. But you could also, of course, take it to the more whole naturalistic root of, you know, nature, the spirit of nature and the spirit of the forest and the river, the streams, the birds, the cicadas, and different things there. Either one is acceptable to me. Martin Craddock is sampling on here. You have mandolin also performed by him. So that's what we're hearing, along with guitar. So you get, okay. So that's why at one point I didn't think about it, but I guess it did kind of have a little bit of a Celtic kind of vibe to it. Just like a slight, in some of the notes that are being played, probably by the mandolin. on here. But I want to talk about the percussion. I'm just trying to find who's credited with the percussion. Baka at Lupe is who's credited with the percussion here. And over here in Orlando, we have every year a festival called Fusion Fest. And it's just like they clear out a bunch of area here in downtown. And there's basically different stages that are set up in different parts of the city, and food trucks and different things. And the point is to like celebrate different cultures from around the world. So you'll have on the stages different dances, different songs, and people come and perform from different parts of the world, and just sharing their heritage, sharing their culture. And it's my favorite event that takes place every year here. I love it. I absolutely love it. My wife and I just go out there and spend the day and just hop from stage to stage, just relaxing and enjoying all the new music, the different cultures, trying out different foods. I did a live stream last year, actually, when I was out there. So you can probably catch that or see that somewhere on the past live streams that I did. But this music sounds exactly like what I would expect to hear there. A beautiful celebration of culture, a beautiful marriage of connecting humans together from this part of the world to this part of the world. And at Fusion Fest last year, there was a drummer. And he was, I couldn't say which country if he was from, but he was definitely from an African country. And he was out there in his cultural dress and playing the drums, and just like incredible. I just really, really love that. So this kind of music and this sound is right up my alley. And I think that they did a phenomenal job here. What I'm kind of curious about though, because I always Google when I'm listening to a track, I always find two things: the Wikipedia page or some page with information with personnel and such, or the lyrics and the lyrics. I have lyrics here, and I think there's a mistake here, because the lyrics here, Spirit of the Forest, Baka Beyond, everything looks right. Everything looks right. However, when obviously there are no lyrics here, but also when I'm reading the lyrics here, brother, this is from Pocahontas, Colors of the Wind. A good song, sure, but it's completely, I don't know who messed that up. But is there a way I can submit that like this is wrong? Because this is way, way off. Anyways, mistakes were made. Thank you so much for the suggestion. Thank you so much for the support, Joe. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you for the introduction as well into some new music. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let me know what you guys thought of it in the comments down below. Follow me in a bunch of places around on the screen. Thank you as always for listening and for being here, and I will speak with you later. Bye, guys.